with regard to everything that's happened in global markets and to give us a sense as to how it's looking in terms of commentary with regard to the Iran conflict. Here's Ashesha.
Well, yes, Harsh, good morning. And let's first start with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's comments on escalating West Asia conflict. And this, remember, was the first speech that he gave since the Iran-Israel war broke out. He said Iran is stronger than ever. Iran is no longer the same Iran, and that attacks that are launched on February 28 had prevented Iran from moving its nuclear and ballistic projects underground. Let's also shift focus to some comments that have come in on the closure of Strait of Hormuz. Iran's UN ambassador Amir Saeid Iravani said Tehran is not going to close the Strait of Hormuz, but it was Iran's right to preserve the security of the key shipping route. On the flip side, new Iranian Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei says that the lever of blocking the Strait of Hormuz must continue to be used going forward as well. Moving on, Fu Kong, China's permanent representative to the United Nations, says that China is deeply concerned about the rapidly escalating situation in the Gulf region. He urges US, Israel to cease military operations against Iran, and US Secretary General meanwhile says, and he warns that the crisis threatens global peace. He calls for immediate de-escalation, and he urges protection of civilians and asks both parties, Israel and Iran, to return to the negotiation table. Let's also shift focus away from the war now. US President Donald Trump has yet again commented on Fed rate cut. He said, and I quote, "Where is the Federal Reserve Chairperson Jerome Powell? He should be dropping interest rates immediately, and he should not be waiting for the next meeting." In fact, let's go across and listen in to what US President Donald Trump had to say.
At a time, we had a very successful first term, best economy ever. We did a lot of great things. We rebuilt our military. That's one of the reasons we're doing so well now with our military. I never thought I'd have to be using it so much. But when you look at what they did in Venezuela and now what they're doing in Iran, it's been amazing. But when you look at all of this, everybody was saying that this could never be done with the drugs. It could never be done. And in my first term, I was so proud of myself because I was able to cut the drugs 1/4 of a pence. Now, this doesn't sound so good, but I was proud. 28 years, drug costs went up, and it never stopped. Went up, up, up. And I had, in my third year, I cut drugs by 1/4 of 1%. And it was like a big deal because that never happened before. And I had a news conference. I announced that I cut drugs 1/4. It's the first time in 28 years. But now I cut drug prices by 80%, 75%. A low one, a bad one, would be 50%.
Well, that's the war rhetoric from Trump, but more